Want to know how to land speaking engagement in today's world? Me too. Well, you're in luck because today we have Leisa Reid here who's going to demystify how to get booked to speak, get paid, and propel your speaking career to the next level. And today we're going to preview her upcoming speaker success training with Women Speakers Association, where she's going to uncover the truth about how to get speaking gigs now. So welcome, Leisa.
So excited to be here. Always lovely to see you.
I am so glad you're here too. It's very timely. But let's start with getting to know a little bit about you, your background and expertise that makes you the go-to resource for getting speaking gigs.
Well, I will share, I started speaking back in 2013. At that time, when I first started, I had zero speaking engagements, zero clients, zero email list. And in my first year, I booked 83 speaking engagements. Yeah. And I will confess, Laura, I didn't really think that was that big of a deal. My head was down. I was paying it. I was on a mission, right? So it wasn't, I was so busy. I didn't even look up
That
other
is
speakers. Go ahead.
that is amazing that
Yeah.
you did that. So why were you so focused on speaking gigs, and why should women leaders incorporate speaking into their business?
Well, it's an easy way to attract your clients and constantly have a trickle of new prospects and new potential clients in your vicinity. It makes it so that people come to you instead of you having to reach out and, message people or cold call, cold email, cold whatever, which I find for a lot of us heart-centered people is very soul-sucking activity. And you want to do something that really fulfills your soul, where you can teach people something that you already know a lot about and you can help people. So for those heart-centered, purpose-driven entrepreneurs, speaking is really, to me, one of the most soul fulfilling ways to do marketing and sales.
I agree 100%. And it's a great way to connect and learn more about your target market too, because you're there, they're asking you questions, you're staying relevant. And if you're not, they're going to keep asking you questions until they're going to make you relevant, right?
Absolutely. And I'm preaching to the choir here at Women's Speakers Association because by and large, if you're in this association or you're watching this, you already are interested. So it's kind of a no-brainer. But I do find that there's interest. There's a difference between being interested in speaking and then actually going and doing it. And that's the gap that I started to see. I was like, oh, what do speakers want? They want to be on stage, whether it's virtual or in person. So that's why I focus on the how do we actually get the gigs, get the engagements, get on that stage. That's what I really want to bring to the speaker success training.
That's awesome. And before we even get on stage, I think it's really important for people, if you're confident that they're bookable, that how would someone know if they're ready to get on stage?
Oh, well, that's such a great question because it depends. I would say there's that inner knowing, that little tapping on your shoulder of like a message needs to come out. That's like your first clue that yes, I am saying right now, if you were waiting for permission, I am tapping the wand. You are able to do this. What's really cool about speaking is the level playing field. You don't need a PhD. You don't need to write a book. You don't need to do a lot of things, but you do need to have courage to share something that's going to be valuable to the audience. So we're actually going to cover some of that in the speaker success training of how do you get ready to be ready? What do you need to focus on? There's so many things. So we'll break down some of those steps in the training and we can start to go, okay, checklist. I got that. Oh, ooh, I need that. And we want to figure out what is it that you need to actually get booked.
Awesome. So I've heard a lot of our members and other speakers saying in today's world, they want to be a paid speaker. What is the reality of that?
The reality is that there are paid speakers still. Yes. And I'm going to give a very probably controversial opinion about this. How I look at speaking when it comes to entrepreneurs, business owners, people who are using speaking as a way to attract their ideal clients and monetize. I call it monetize your speaking versus paid speaking or non-paid speaking, because if you are honestly speaking in front of the correct audience with the right message and the right offer, well, my goodness, you probably are going to generate more money that way by attracting your clients than you are on an upfront speaker fee. As I say that, it really depends on your personality, your business model, your comfort level with different stages and different opportunities. And what we want to do is create a strategy that works best for you, not you, Laura, but you, generally speaking, so that you can go forth and go on. Otherwise, it can, for some people, it might feel so scary to sign a contract. You paid $10,000 to speak somewhere when you've never done it before. I mean, that can make your knees knock, right? We want to ease you in and then see, is that the best strategy for you? I, have a client who made $30,000 in an hour, not by getting a paid speaker fee, but by attracting the ideal clients. So don't, what do I say? Don't step over a dollar to pick up a dime.
I love
Want to
that.
really
Yeah.
make sure that we're making sense when we create our strategies.
Absolutely. And I love the paradigm you offer. There's so much more out there for you when you look at it as, okay, what else can I offer that I can get paid for, that I can leverage speaking to get those sales for? So I love that you're going to be talking about that. And are there a couple of tips, like a little preview you could give us for someone who wants to be consistently getting speaking engagements?
Yes. Well, one of the tips is you need to be ready, right? Like you have to be ready. You want to be at that put me in coach mentality. Number one. Number two, here's a really great hint. You are already in an amazing organization that has other speakers. If you start to, and not that you're not already, but if you start to think about the women in the association as potential referral partners, all of a sudden you're not alone, right? A lot of times people discount the fact that other speakers can be amazing referral partners. So we'll be digging into that a little bit more in the training and seeing how can you have that consistent referral base going all the time. So you're not actually going and looking for speaking engagements like Google searching and things like that.
I love that because so many of our members do find speaking engagements. Some of them have podcasts, some of them want to do collaborative events. So it's really, really another benefit of belonging to an organization like this and to be focused on. I love that. Get ready to be ready. Always be ready because you never know when a speaker is going to have an emergency and not be able to show up, and you might be at the right place at the right time. As long as if you're ready, you can hop in and say, I got this, I
Yep.
can help you out, without saying,
Happens
oh
all
no,
the
I didn't
time.
prepare, right?
Happens
All
to
the
me all
time.
the time. It just happened to me the other day. It was a Sunday. I think I was watching Golden Bachelorette or something like that. Get a message. Oh my gosh, our speaker for this a big event can't make it. Who we knew who could come at the last minute. Who could we call?
Right.
And they many people suggested my name. So you want to be that person. You want to be that person who everyone's like, oh, they've always got it together. They're reliable. They can jump in and they'll serve your audience.
Right.
So it doesn't
That's
happen
so,
overnight, but that's happen. It happens to me all the time.
yeah, this is great. These are great tips. So I know people are going to be learning a lot from you on, and by the way, it's October 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific. Lisa's training on how to get speaking gigs now, the truth about how to get speaking gigs now, and you can tell it's going to be a robust, it's an hour and a half. It's free for our members. If you are not a member, you can certainly go to speakersuccesstraining.com and pay for the training. It is a nominal fee. So I highly recommend it. But Lisa, tell us what are you going to cover?
We're going to cover the number one secret to a steady stream of speaking referrals, first of all. And we'll go a little deeper into how I created this and how have I not cold called for speaking in 10 years, yet I still speak 40 to 50 times a year. How do you do that? I'm going to literally give you the plan. Number two, we're going to talk about finding backyard.
Say
There's
that
probably
again.
some
Finding.
finding treasure in your own backyard. There is probably some speaking treasure that you are just a couple scoops away from. We just got to scoop, 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 like dig that treasure out because you're probably sitting on a gold mine and you don't even know it. So we're going to talk about how you can find some more treasure, speaking gigs treasure. And then we'll also go through that key to unlocking your bookability. I tell you, Laura, I've been working with speakers for a long time now. And one thing that they all have in common, they all want to speak more often. Like, of course, we want to we want to share our stuff and it's so exciting and so fun. So how do we do that? And what are some of the things that we need to prepare in order to do that?
Oh, it sounds so robust. Yeah, definitely go to speakersuccesstraining.com. You can see everything that Lisa's talking about. If you remember, it's free. Check your Monday newsletter. That's where the link to RSVP for the training is. So one final question here I have for you, Lisa, is who should consider coming to the Speaker Success Training to learn the truth about getting speaking gigs now?
Well, honestly, if you are an entrepreneur or business owner or service provider who wants to utilize public speaking as a way to attract your clients, generate business, grow your business, if that's in your wheelhouse, I don't know why you wouldn't be there. Like, this is it. I'm telling you the tea. I'm spilling all the tea because what I am put on this earth to do is to help you get your message out there because other people need to hear your expertise. So that's what we're talking about. How do we get our message out there to more people? If you're heart-centered, if you're purpose-driven, if you want to make an impact, this is definitely the training for you. We're going to do actually a little special tip I forgot to mention, Laura. We're going to do, because we have an hour and a half, we're going to do a little bit of success seat coaching, right? So there'll be maybe two, if we can squeeze them in, maybe two lucky people will get a chance to, come on stage virtually with me and we'll do some strategy for them.
Wow, that's awesome because I know even if you're not the person who gets the strategy, you benefit from that strategy. So
Absolutely.
it's going to be fabulous. So you're going to be workshopping how to get speaking gigs with somebody who has whatever they're going through, whatever they have or don't have. They'll get the whole strategy from you. Oh, this is going to be great. So again, for everyone watching, we can't wait to see you at the next Speaker Success Training with Leisa Reid. She's going to be talking about the truth about how to get speaking gigs now. And so that's current relevant information that will help you leverage speaking and get more, get booked, get seen, get paid. That's what we're all about here at Speaker Success Training. So Lisa, thank you so much for giving us this wonderful preview. And we'll see you on the 9th, October 9th at 1 p.m. Pacific and all around the world at different times, including Sydney, Australia that will be at 7 a.m. on the 10th, but we'll see you there. And thank you again. I'm Laura Rubenstein, your host and producer of WSA's TV's Women Premiere Show and previews of our Speaker Success Training. Bye for now.
Bye.